Social vent and I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, what a drums at.
First off, let me talk my... Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my... It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like the law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm the... I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did just happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like immune to everybody, this is Stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing the 50s like hated the love it.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the New Orleans Saints. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from the Superdome. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hurts. Looking for Campbell downfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. He's got him in, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time. Throwing is Hurts. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Nola in monogamy. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
2nd down and goal. Hurts. Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts use the early turnover. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it at the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here, or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. He's got room past the 30, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Hands it off out of the gun. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. So nothing doing there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to take over here up near the 40.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. We'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Hurts to throw. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
With the score, Colts 8, Saints 0.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Play action. Here's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Saints 0. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go now.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Hurts on the option right. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he's got Pierce. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st down, Hurts. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
I can spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Being chased out left. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So no touchdown that time, but they do get 3 more, and now they have even more of a cushion.
It's been a terrific first half offensively, so it's hard to blame them for not getting into the end zone there. But the way they've been moving the ball in this one, I don't think these will be their final points of the game.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's 4th down.
19 right. Warriors 70.
They're going to try and throw. He goes once again right back to Hardy. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 9 now. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Cut 19, cut 19. 18 Rangers, 18 Rangers. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Hurt, hurt. Trap 50, trap 50. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
He's going to look deep for more. And got his man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
19.
He'll look to throw. This pass caught. It's Woods. In the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Rondale Moore, the intended target. And now it'll be 3rd down. Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
18, Pioneer. Back to 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Buffalo 18. Ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Now a throw here to his running back. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete.
Touchdown pass. Complete to number 27. A gain of 4. It's now
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Ready. 19 tight, 19 tight, left wing 19, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. Caught by Woods. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Colts. Jelani Woods, 38 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 5. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
He's brought down to the 20-yard line. A gain of 5.
2nd and 5. Rolling to his left. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 10 more there and another 1st down. They'll drop the throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Going to give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warriors, 17. Go.
They go play action with Hurts. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays. His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
From the 5, 3rd and goal. Now they'll pitch it out here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Colts are going to take over with a football. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because
and Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Second and 13. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half. Here's Hurts to throw. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Ready? Back and 60. 65 catch, 65 catch. Text man.
Throwing is Hurts. Going up top. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he He's taken down here by the Saints. Peyton Turner able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. They'll set up to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Ready.
Take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, another run with Taylor. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 22-yard line.
Again, it's Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, You and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
70 rings, go!
Play action. Here's Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andrew Ogletree, 26 yards. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready!
A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
19 tight.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up the 3rd and 1.
Left wing 19. 7 Pirates. Hurry.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints. Possession reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
79 Broncos.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Floating one, incomplete.
Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Hurts. On the move to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
He's got the 1st down and more than that.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was open.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
He's going to look deep for more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. This was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for Indianapolis, they'll wrap up on a high note, but will still finish 3 games below 500 at 7-10. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Saints, and they'll limp to the finish line a bit with a final record of 5-12. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a nah flex. While you there looking depressed, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, but you handsome. You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on though. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong though, that's against a bro code. Headed to his home though, know we living solo. Vertebrae, got this broken to his place. It's shit in his face, from then I say it's evidence. You entertain my loyalty to infiltrate the only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. How my anger is a pain, you didn't know that I'm a saint. Now I'll blow your up, then I again. Go. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones.